kindergartners. Welcome to Writer's Workshop again. I am just looking over what I've done so far in my informative writing about Hawaii. And I realized that I am ready for my next fact. Because remember, informative writing teaches the reader true things about the world. And I chose my topic, and it was Hawaii. So I'm trying to think of real things about Hawaii that I want to teach the reader of my book. And you help me out and you help me organize what I can share with my reader, right? You help me choose my table of contents that I know I'm going to add at the end. I wrote my introduction with you. I was just reading it. I really like my drawings. I finished coloring. We did the fact number 1, which was the location, like where is Hawaii on the map? Well, how can I get there, right? So now we're on fact number what? Fact number 2, exactly. And I'm going to be talking about the weather. Because remember, whenever I travel, I always want to know what I should pack and how I should dress so that I am prepared. So I wanted to make sure that my reader knew what kind of weather Hawaii had. And I did some research and I know a few things about Hawaii's weather. It's tropical and hot, and it rains a lot too, but it's still always hot. So usually you want to wear like shorts or bathing suits or dresses. So I'm going to add that kind of information to my book. And that's what we're doing today. Adding fact number what? Fact number 2. And remember, these have to be true things. It can't be my opinion. I can't say the weather there is the best because some people might disagree. Some people don't like warm weather. So I'm just going to state the facts. Like it's warm because it is warm. I'm not going to say it's the best, but it's warm. And it's tropical. Tropical is kind of like a jungle. And that's also a fact. So those are the things I'm going to be adding to my next page. Are you guys ready to help me out? Okay, so watch me try it, and then you'll get to try and write your second fact in your book after I do. Okay? All right, come with me. Okay. Okay, kindergartners. So I have my things ready for Writer's Workshop, right? So I want to make sure I have my paper, I have something to write with, and I have my alphabet chart to help me spell words. And I also have my sight word list too, because sight words are used a lot in my writing as well. So remember, I have my title. Table of contents will be here. I put a placeholder so I know not to write on this page. And I finished coloring my first 2 pages. I have my introduction. Welcome to Hawaii. Did you know that Hawaii is the most visited state in the USA? Why? Let's find out. Location. Hawaii is made up of 8 main islands in the Pacific Ocean. You will need to fly in a plane or take a boat to get there. And remember, my next thing I was going to talk about was what, boys and girls? You're right, the weather. And I'm using both sides of my paper. So I'm going to write weather. And I want to use the same color I did for the top of my other one. So I'm going to use blue. And I'm going to write weather, nice and big on the top as my heading. Weather. And let's try a few things out. I've read a lot of books about Hawaii, and they say they start theirs off by stating a fact, or maybe, I can have my reader imagine what it's like in Hawaii by describing it really well. So I can say like, maybe I can even ask a question. Do you like tropical places? Then Hawaii is the best place. I don't know if I want to ask a question. That sounds more persuasive. I want it to be like a fact. So I'm just going to say Hawaii is warm and tropical. So let's write that. Hawaii, because that's a fact, right? Hawaii is warm and tropical. It does rain a lot. So I'm going to write it rains a lot, but stays hot. It rains a lot, but and the sight word is, I can see that over there, is, how to spell it? but it is still hot. Great. Ooh, let's reread this and make sure I have all the information that I shared with you and that I included it. Hawaii is warm and tropical. It rains a lot, but it is still hot. Great. And now I can draw my picture. And I want to make sure that my reader knows that it's always warm and sunny. So I'm going to draw a big sun in the corner. And I would draw a face, but remember this is informational or informative writing, so I want to make it as realistic as possible. So I'm going to actually draw a beach because it is very warm on the beaches there. And most of Hawaii are beaches because it's an island, so it's surrounded by water. And there actually are a lot of big green mountains because of the tropical lands. And there's also a lot of palm trees. Those are kind of like tropical plants. So I'm going to draw a bunch of palm trees. And maybe even a little bit of rain on the other side, right? Because I did say there was still rain, even though the sun was out. Have you ever seen that, boys and girls, when it's sunny but it still rains? I know, it's kind of funny. It's like, hey, how is this happening? But it does. It happens all the time, especially in Hawaii. So there's my palm trees. And let's draw some rain clouds because it does rain, like I said. And rain. Awesome. Ooh, I love it. I have so many details in my picture. That's awesome. All right. So boys and girls, I just finished writing fact number what? Fact number 2. So let's check it out. I'm going to finish coloring this and then you can see my finished product in a little bit. Okay, boys and girls. So I just finished coloring my page for fact number 2 on the weather. And I am super happy with it. So next time we're together, we're going to write fact number what? Yeah, fact number 3. But for now, I want you to try to write your fact number 2 and see how you do, okay? So try it out. Off you go, and I'll see you guys in a bit for fact number 3.